Dr. Jones, go ahead. You have to have a captain other than you. What? Oh, Django Fett. That's from the prequels. Also not real. Sorry, Steve, I know that hurts in the piece of bills and shit. That's not real. Okay, last two. Yep. I have made someone cry. Wow, you just jumped up.
Wait, you just said Janeway's Voyager? Are you kidding me?
That's a ticker tape.
Things that aren't real.
That's not even canon. It's real.
Yes. Well, now I'm really sorry. I'm working my way back to this.
Now we went through that debate.
Dude, you started with Power Rangers. Yes.
Hollywood Derby car from South Park.
Mark, I think we gotta reassess this whole audience participation.
Yeah, I think we need to reassess this whole audience. The what? Yeah, I know. The Acme Rocket.
Like a rocket.
Not to be confused with rocket. Okay. Yes. Everyone's pointing at you like you have something really brilliant to say. The pressure is on now.
The ISS Enterprise.
You've heard the audience. What do we want to do? Nothing. We've done that so many times. I like Cal-El's rocket. Cal-El's rocket.
Can't even land.
It's got Superman in it.
Those possibilities are great, as long as he's around a yellow sun.
It sounds so clever now. Just wait till you actually have to debate it. Okay, Millennium Falcon. If we have to stop this panel and turn it around. Now, you use your inside voices and find these users.
I think these are their inside voices now.
What are you chanting back there, geniuses?
Unicron. We have a Deathstar with a Mercury.
Oh, Unicron from the Transformers.
Wait, it's not a planet.
The voice line works so well.
May I suggest something? Please! I asked you to listen. I think in keeping with the animated theme, the Millennium Falcon should be the one from the holiday special.
Well, that was the only thing good about that show.
We finish this panel in time for Life Day. Yeah, what did we say?
Home 1, The Return of the Jedi.
Home 1. Admiral Akbar.
Oh, that's what it was called.
Wasn't Don Brock on that ship?
I thought it was called the Seafood Buffet.
The pickle chip.
The House of Rocky Horror.
Are you dressed as Wilma Deering from Buck Rogers?
Oh, it's
Bobby Padme.
So what are you doing, Wilma Deering? What do we think? We've never heard that one before. Okay, we gotta stay here. Okay.
You know, if you can dream it, you can be it.
How many slots do we have left? One.
Borg Q.
The Starship.
The cutest is Borg Q.
Okay, I think it's between Serenity and the Bar Q.
want you to turn to the person next to you and just mouth. And tell me what you think they're saying to you. Just go.
Okay, folks, we're out of time tonight. We have 2 more rounds to go. This is so not good.
I hope you rock your blankets. It's like a game of paranoia. We're not even out of the helicopter.
Okay, so round 1. Darren?
We have the Sulaco versus the Thunderroad from Explorers.
Robert? What do you think?
Well, you know, the Explorer ship had 3 dudes on it. And Sulaco, female space marines.
Yeah, but they were never mistaken for females. They were all asleep, though.
Oh man, not when Vasquez was doing her pull-ups, baby. My Sulaco, everyone's fully awake. They're no longer in hypersleep. I picked the Sulaco.
Ashley?
Rob, have you ever been mistaken for a man?
No. Oh, wait a minute.
Oh, wait. I rest my case. Sulaco.
Steve Melson.
Well, you know, far be it from me to turn my nose up at the odds of those 3 plucky youngsters and their ship made out of parts from a junkyard versus a pointy, knife-edged ship full of nuclear weapons, power loaders, APC tanks, those flying gunship things, and Vasquez. We go with the Sulaco.
We have 3 votes for Sulaco. Now, however, we have a panel of 6. For those of you who know your math, that means this could still be a tie.
Yeah, this is gonna be a
Someone
tie.
arrived to the defense of the Thunderroad. I got nothing. It's a junk ship. I'm gonna say we nicked it from orbit, though. Sulaco. Yeah, not that it matters. How are you voting?
How many times have I heard that? Well, I would say because actually a delicacy on the aliens' home planet is enterprising American boys. So that would be the Sulaco, obviously.
Or it could have been the Captain of the Ocean. Too soon? Darren?
Frankly, you people disgust me. The power of the Thunderroad is that it can go through solid matter under the power of a little 9-volt battery. You know, put up some real power in this thing, and it's indestructible and unstoppable.
Like what?
You know, I still lose, but that's my goal.
Going on to our next round is Sulaco. What's our next matchup, Darren Document? Boy, you're like a real Van White.
The Deathstar versus the Galactica.
Wow! This is why you're here! Moments like this! The Deathstar versus the Battlestar Galactica. This is what you'll tell your grandchildren about!
By the way, this is going, your grandchildren will show up at this.
Their grandchildren will be born at this panel.
Darren Document.
You know what? The Death Star has a little hole in it that will destroy it. It's like an off button. Okay? And the plans for it have been floating around for years and years and years.
Very long
Anyone can get a hold of these things. So, you know, I mean, even though the Galactica is CG and not real, the Death Star, I think, would last maybe a few moments, even though it was designed for a direct large-scale assault, much like the Galactica would give. The Galactica also has its, you know, its version of X-Wings, the Vikings. They could do it. I'm going for the Galactica.
Actually, I was going to say the exact same thing Darren said about the Vipers. You just replace X-Wing with Vipers, and maybe
Done. We're done.
better banter. And
But Robert, would they know there's a small thermal exhaust port right below the main port? Would they have to know that?
Everybody knows that.
It's realistic who the Galactica was most of the time and how they wander around and mostly fought each other. The unification to do that sort of plan would be difficult. Plus, you're forgetting, a Viper is not equipped with a proton torpedo, and only a direct hit from a proton torpedo.
You know what? Because it's ray shielded, regular bullets can go through just fine.
Sorry, that's my vote stands.
See, I can't help but think if this was 1978, the Death Star plans could have been Muffy Daggett. Unfortunately, we're talking about the new Galactica. What do you
Yeah,
think?
there were no Daggets aboard the new Galactica. There were no robots at all aboard the Galactica.
No, but they were hot women.
Yes, there were. They were just fucking full of robots. Everybody was a goddamn robot.
Unless Starbuck had a dream about where that exhaust port is.
She had a dream about a circle.
I don't remember anything about a trench. I think the Death Star would fire up that super laser, vaporize the Galactica in no time. The remaining Viper pilots wouldn't stand a chance against the legions of TIE fighters led by Darth Vader, possessing the dark side of the Force. I don't think they'd stand a chance. So I would think.
The technological terror they created, or the Galactica?
I can't help but feel that this has all happened before. And it will all happen again. And that it's possible that in some other time that we can barely imagine and maybe only dream of in a place called New York City for reasons that we cannot fucking understand. Somebody might have seen Star Wars and known. That person might even have erroneously referred to that movie as A New Hope. But it doesn't matter, because we have to remember that a starship isn't just a machine. It's not an engine and weapons. It's men and women, it's blood and sweat and tears, it's emotion.
And silence.
And silence. It's Commander Adama looking up at that first thinking that it's a moon. And then realizing what his duty is. His duty is to the fleet. Hey, do I go to your place? Do I go to your place of work and do this? No, I don't. Commander Adama's duty is to the fleet. And carrying that fleet in front of the Death Star with its unlimited numbers of TIE fighters would be a mistake. I mean, he might get drunk and bang or...
What's your answer, actually?
Rob, I have to ask you. I think a huge miscalculation by the audience not going with the 70th Galactica, because we all know that the original Galactica defeated the gun on Ice Planet Zero, which was just a big rip-off of the Death Star. But we're not talking about that Galactica.
Well, I've got to go back to my old argument that the Death Star is manned by priggish, older British men in clones from Morrison. That's all. The Galactica, half of its crew complement is hot babes. You know where I go. Whenever I can. However I can. And I think to myself at night, where would I rather lay my head down?
Next to Peter Cushing.
Untrue. Au contraire. Plus, there's alcohol on the Galactica, and lots of it. So, I just think, just for the fun factor alone, on what you can do on your off hours, it's got to be a lot more fun playing like Triad or Poughkeepsie Squares or whatever. I'm gonna go with
Parisi Squares,
Parisi
sir.
Squares.
Show.
Not Poughkeepsie Squares.
Poughkeepsie Squares.
I'm not sure I follow your logic, but okay.
Well, that's the difference between you and I, Mark.
Galactica or Death Star? Galactica, panelists, one
I
hand.
think we have a tie.
No fucking ties.